Their whole belief system is based around the law of Moses and what Moses received from God on Mount Sinai on that original Pentecost. Whether it's the tabernacle, whether it's the 10 commandments, whether it's the 613 laws, whether it's the priesthood, the sacrificial system, the customs and traditions that came down from Moses. They swear up and down by the law of Moses and will not move from it no matter what. Okay? So much so, some cannot receive New Testament teachings. They'll receive from Genesis to Malachi, but you go into something called Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, they'll say, oh no, we have nothing to do with those scriptures. You got those who attribute their position in God, place in God, relationship with God on Moses and what he taught. And they swear by his teachings. In the same sense, let me do that on the other side too, is some people who swear by the New Testament. So much so where they feel there is no need for an Old Testament. That's why you'll find some places you go and they'll only have a New Testament. They won't even have an Old Testament. And they'll never read from it, teach from it, or anything because they feel that it is outdated. That's of old times, that has been eliminated by Christ, and now all that matters is the New Testament. They don't want to hear anything about the law, nothing about Sabbath keeping, about circumcision. They don't want to hear anything about anything but what Jesus communicated and his disciples. You see, even though their belief system has some similarities, their belief systems are individualized. And everybody doesn't have the same belief system, even though some might seem similar. Okay? All right. And no offense, but hear me now. Some people don't attribute anything as far as the conventional English version biblical understanding is concerned. They are deeply rooted in Buddhism. I mean, swear up and down by it, live their lives by it, by the principles, by the meditation, by the mindset. And some have been doing it almost their whole lives, and that's all that they know. And their belief system is centered around that. And then if you come to them, talking to them from your perspective on beliefs, coming from a Christian perspective or biblical perspective, they may have no idea what you're talking about. And that won't mean they're not a good person. That doesn't mean they won't be kind-hearted. It doesn't mean that they won't like you or care about you or be able to work with you. It just means that their belief system is different than yours. In like manner, you have some people's belief system that's rooted in Hinduism. And they swear up and down by their Hindu upbringing. Matter of fact, some of the greatest minds in the world today are of Hindu heritage. And that's part of their culture, their tradition, is what they've learned, is how they've lived all of their lives, and will swear up and down by the Hindu doctrines and teachings. Or by Krishna. And you come to them and try to tell them that it's wrong or it's not correct, they don't know what you're talking about because you're not speaking according to their belief system. They say, I'm from India. You're from America. You have your belief system. I have mine. You have your traditions and culture. I have mine. You think yours is better than mine? Mine is better than yours? And you might think it is, they might think theirs is, y'all might debate back and forth, but bottom line is they have their own belief system. And you have your own belief system. And you might want to condemn them, they might want to condemn you, but either way, you have to live in the matrix you have constructed, just like they will live in the matrix that they have constructed. All right? Now watch where I go. Don't get scared of it now. Some people's belief system is rooted in alien contact or UFOlogy. It's rooted in it. They swear up and down in it in a way that a person might study the Bible or study their religion. They study UFOs and alien abductions and interacting with extraterrestrials, being contactees and channels for various entities and people from the Pleiades and Orion and communicating communicating with Nordics and all kinds of stuff. And their whole belief system is centered around that kind of belief, that kind of ology, that kind of perspective on the solar system, the galaxy, the universe, the constellations, the cosmos. And you can tell them, try to persuade them into your belief system all you want. All they can think about is 100 billion years ago when they believe, according to what they have learned, it all started. And then you come, watch this, you come with your belief system that's rooted in about 4,000 or 5,000 years of ancient writings, and they come to you with their belief system based on 100 million years of cosmic truth. You might find yourself in a serious debate about what is right, what is wrong. Okay? But once again, they're walking in their belief system and you are walking in yours. Their matrix is built upon their belief system. Your matrix is built upon your belief system. All right? Now, let me take it a little further. Now, it's going to sound a little peculiar, but don't let it scare you. Okay? Some people's belief system is rooted in Jesus. Jesus, the one we primarily read about in the scriptures. Their whole belief system centers around Jesus. Okay? As they've learned in Sunday school, as they've learned in their religion, as they learn in their church services, as they learn from their parents, learn from their Sunday school teachers, learn from their pastors, their belief system is rooted in the Jesus that they have been taught. Okay? But remember, Jesus and belief in Jesus is a matter of perspective, a matter of interpretation, a matter of application. You come to some talking about Jesus, their ears will close to you. You know why? Because they don't call him Jesus. They call him Yeshua. And you come with Jesus and they automatically see that you don't know what they know and your belief system is different than theirs. Some people will come to you saying Jesus, another will only say Christ. And you might find yourself having a conflict there. Once again, your belief system is structured around Jesus. Their belief system is structured around Christ. And they distinguish the difference. And you think it's no different? Well, it's different enough to have you arguing and debating back and forth. And we know what religion has done. One side believed in Christ in a certain way. The other side believed in Christ another way. And they found themselves at war. Saying, we'll see whose belief system is the strongest. We'll see whose Christ is the strongest. Next thing you know, they're trying to destroy you. And you might find yourself trying to destroy them to prove that your belief system is stronger. Okay? So they have their belief system. You have your belief system. Their matrix is constructed off of their belief system. Your matrix is constructed off of your belief system. Okay? And that's one of the reasons why you have so many different denominations. You ever think about how many different denominations you have, all calling themselves believing on Jesus? But when you look at the various church doctrines from church to church, from organization to organization, you'll find so many differences. You'll say, hey, Yours is wrong. Hey,